Ken Urker was nice enough to share this Christmas photo of Rod Blanchard, Christy Blanchard himself, and Gypsy Rose Blanchard, who is literally due with their first child 4 days after my son's birthday. My son's 13th birthday. Now, even people that like to use, dispose of, and discard of real human beings with real human lives, to her positive benefit and her self-satisfaction, I still don't want to put the kind of juju and karma out there in the world and say, you deserve a fucked up Christmas. I hope Christmas is the best for everybody. And according to the law, it is what it is. But I don't really feel that way in regards to one person, and that is Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And that is because not only did she take the life of her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard, she also, by proxy, took the life of Nicolas Godejohn, an autistic man with mental disability who was manipulated for 3 years into helping her because he believed she really was ABUSED and that it was the only option after having exhausted and tried so many other options. But also his mother tragically passed away in 2021, and that cannot be unsaid. It should be reminded to the general public and the people that are buying her books and consuming her shows with Lifetime and Ben Bella Books, Penguin House Publishers, HBO, Hulu, TMZ, Netflix. They are going to be reminded constantly that this person may dress the part and go through the motions of being reformed and having this rehabilitation in her life, but it is so far from the truth. Because everything Gypsy Rose Blanchard has told us has been a lie. And she has told her story numerous times in the last 10 years. And we caught her in so many inconsistencies and lies. But you know what they say? Truth tellers tell and liars sell. And that's what Gypsy continues to still try to do, even in the foreseeable future to 2026, is to sell you a lie, sell you a narrative that didn't exactly happen the way that she claims it does. But it's for one major motivational factor that she's doing this. It is to lessen her culpability and personal responsibility in the crime that she planned and committed. And the fact that she solicited somebody else to help her, to be her co-conspirator, to be her accessory to her unaliving of somebody. The most bothersome part is that Nicolas Godejohn is the only person in this whole story that truly does have integrity. He is the one that is deserving of the rehabilitation, the reformation, the help, the second chance. Because not everybody gets a second chance, even though most people deserve them. But the justice system is rarely about doing the right thing or what's fair or what's just. While they may have thought in one person's own opinions and thoughts and feelings on the case that they were giving somebody who truly was a victim at the hands of her own mother a second chance at life, they by proxy were hurting others, and they did not deserve that either, because Gypsy Rose made a victim out of him. And he doesn't get to have that second chance. He doesn't get to have the spouse, the stable home environment, the dog, the happy family, baby on the way, all of that freedom. He doesn't get to have that second chance. And the fact that she does not advocate for him, knowing that she doesn't have to break parole, she does not have to talk to him directly or by third party to advocate and do the right thing and tell the truth. She has done everything but that. She has put so much responsibility and culpability on him as being the sole perpetrator of this entire plan, when that is not the truth. The truth is that Gypsy Rose Blanchard tried to unalive her mother in March of 2011, and again on June 14th of 2011, herself, a whole year and a year and a half before she ever even met Nicolas Godejohn online. And while she thinks it's funny and it's all about her and she gets to clap back, she gets to write books and completely defame people that are not able to defend themselves. And that to me is the most concerning, because the only person that is here that could talk, that could actually tell some of the secrets, is her ex-husband, her now ex-husband, Ryan Anderson. And she has done everything to try to placate him and keep him in a position where he will not be the type of person who spills all, who kisses and tells, who goes and makes money telling what he knows about Gypsy Rose and what he has learned through his relationship and marriage with her. But where Gypsy Rose Blanchard finds these loyal men who absolutely are still committed to her and are still loyal to her when she has done nothing but been unfaithful and disloyal to them is beyond me. Because a lot of really good, righteous, God-fearing, amazing, beautiful, talented women are out here in the world single. And the baggage of being a single mom or the baggage of being disabled is something that can't even elicit them to find one single good person to have as a spouse or a husband. Yet Gypsy Rose finds dozens of them. I don't think anybody owes her anything at all. But the fact is, it's not going to be much longer till Ken Urker is one of those people too. And I don't know if he has it in him to be the type that's going to be loyal and shuts up and doesn't ever monetize what he knows about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. However, it's disturbing to me that Dee Dee Blanchard is not here to defend herself. Nicolas Godejohn is in prison and has very limited negative resources that he can even utilize in a positive way. And she knows that. He can't get mainstream media and book publishers the way that she can while he's incarcerated for life. Nicholas's mother is no longer here to be able to speak her truth or the negative lasting effects as a victim impact of Gypsy's actions, words, choices, and behaviors in her life. Ryan Anderson is now divorced from Gypsy because she divorced him. And I really doubt that with the way that he still is so blind over Gypsy, that he would ever come out and actually say anything negative or damaging to her reputation. Not on purpose and not with malice or ill intent. So when we look at all of the totality collectively over Gypsy's book, My Time to Stand, and look at anywhere from even before she committed the crime that she did, all of the people that were bad and were doing things to her are all people that cannot defend themselves, that they cannot speak out and say the truth. And I don't find that a coincidence. 1 is a coincidence. 5, no. That's where you have to stop looking outward and start looking in the mirror and say, who's really the problem here? And the problem is Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And there are content creators who have been around for months like me. I made my first video in early November of 2023 with a clip of the upcoming trailer that aired on January 5th of 2024 for Lifetime's Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And I take a bit and piece from Nicolas Godejohn's trial where Gypsy Rose Blanchard testified under penalty of perjury and testified under oath, when she said 2 completely different things. And then her mouthing something to her dad and mouthing something to her lawyer. And you very clearly can say that she's saying, no, Nick never R-worded her. But the whole walking lie. She goes on to say in the clip for the trailer that Dan was the first person that she told she could walk. But she says something totally different at Nick's trial, that Nick was the first person she told she could walk. Both cannot simultaneously be true at the same time. They just can't. There's only one person that she first told that she could walk. But if you go back and look at the text messages between Gypsy Rose and Nick, you can clearly tell even the messages that are on Facebook and the hidden messages are very telling, because it shows that Gypsy for almost a year was still telling Nick herself, not with her mom being forceful on her, actually behind her mother's back and in secrecy. She herself was feeding to Nick that she's disabled and she's sick and she has to take all these medications she's not taking, and that she's the one that needs somebody to come save her and take care of her. But with Nick's autism and mental disability, things are not picked up on, the manipulation, the roller coaster. That is something that people like that just can't comprehend, because they're very literal in analyzing of what's in front of them and what is actually happening and real. And Gypsy Rose Blanchard is a master of lies, manipulation, and illusion. Our goal is to not let her get away with it.